Oje Wicho Hanki, Elena Wahachanka Wangli, Iu Hachante Waste na Pechu Sapi, Wazia Ekta Lakota Makoteki, Iu Slata Kichta Hanska Mataha. Good day. I greet each and every one of you with a heartfelt handshake. My name is Elena Eagleshield. I'm from the Standing Rock Nation, which borders North and South Dakota. I am humbled to be here speaking in honor of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. I come from the same type of strong-willed ancestors who fought tirelessly for their people. Great chiefs surrendered under grueling circumstances so that our future generations could live in communities uniquely their own, where we could practice our sacred ways of life and speak our languages together. I'm thankful and I admire individuals who stand up against all odds and fight for their people. Growing up, I was always told to never forget who you are or where you come from. My people faced constant struggle before I was ever even brought into this world, but my ancestors had myself and my children in mind when they made decisions and sacrifices for our nation. What Dr. King did with the civil rights movement echoed far beyond his own race. It sparked a movement that opened eyes to other injustices for indigenous people as well. People of all color no longer accepted mistreatment as their fate. It took another decade or so after the Civil Rights Act was passed for eyes to open and for indigenous people's voices to get louder, but the fight was real. Our traditional ways of life were threatened, but the American Indian Religious Freedom Act lifted that chokehold, and we are still reteaching ourselves how to live the way our ancestors envisioned us to live today, even though our lands and sacred sites of prayer are constantly threatened. African Americans and indigenous people have made many strides because of our past leaders who gave us hope when oppressive forces were only trying to eliminate those unlike themselves. I never could have imagined that my daughter, in 2014, would be in a school where she is 100% immersed in our Lakota language on a daily basis, and I am endlessly grateful for that. My people faced unimaginable hardships for many generations, and because of these hardships, our biggest battle today is trying to bring our own people back to our ways of life and remind them of who they truly are. Our second battle is trying to keep our sacred lands and sites of prayer from being torn apart. We don't care about fame or fortune. We are wealthy when we have our own language and culture. We want to save those important aspects of who we are. As an indigenous person, I believe that we've always been prosperous, but in a completely different aspect that is not related to material wealth. Mija, wo yu hamble moi buha. Me too, I have a dream that my people will be given equal opportunities to advance in all aspects of their lives, but most importantly, that they carry on their sacred languages and their culture. Like Sophia Campos said, we rise and we fall together. I encourage each and every one of you to learn about the indigenous people of this nation, visit our reservations, and see firsthand the struggles we face, but also witness the love and compassion we have for each other and for our lands. Witness our people, but most importantly, our children, practicing our traditions and speaking our language.